Yeah, so I guess I guess now it's going to be live. Okay. All right. So maybe I have to go over it again. I'm not sure. I'll make it quick though. I will make it quick. All right. Looks like we are. So I guess we're live now. I'm not sure what happened there. I am not sure what happened. All right. One more time. Real quick, I'm just going to gather because we've been live for a few minutes now. Um, I wanted to say I hope everyone had a great week. Okay, I hope everyone had a great week. I just went through this and I've already spent a half hour and it may or may not have been live. And then when this is over, and I click on OBS Studio and stop the stream, it'll probably connect. So now I know I got to go through, you know. So life is a learning process, especially when you put yourself in a new position. You're witnessing me do it. So don't feel no pressure. You can only do what you can do. You do the best you can do. You can do what you do. You work hard, all hours. I'll sleep when I'm dead. That's my view, but I don't expect everyone to feel that way or think that way. So listen, I hope everyone had a good week. If you did not have a good week, and I pray it wasn't too bad. You didn't blow yourself up. If you did, and you're in that position, please, if you need to, and I would suggest it, whether you think you need to or not, go talk to somebody. Go mention it. Second, go back over your work. All right, go back over your work. See what you did wrong. How were you feeling? Did you get sleep? Well, were you just, this is what you thought the market should do? You just tied up in the news and all that stuff. Um, whatever it was, just go back the best you can and try and work on it and see how you can fix it and do things better. How can you make things easier on yourself? Because this can be a stressful career. It's very stressful at times. Um, it's even more stressful if you don't know what you're doing and you're going to try to be perfect and you're putting way too much pressure on yourself. All right. And like I said, you go back over stuff, guys. So when I say this, I hate this word, but I'm putting together, I guess, courses, but they're courses for if somebody is new, because I'm gonna have definitions in there and some of the basics, but there's a lot of things that you can have at prices that are reasonable, okay, that are affordable, that allow you to go back over and refresh. Just refresh, go back over. Maybe you've been doing something, the market's changed every month, every other week, do a couple videos, every 3 months, go back over them, because I do. Guys, I do. I have so much stuff. I have so much stuff that I go back over, and it helps. It helps so much. And I've been doing this for a long time, you know? Because even if you've been doing this for a year, 2 years, 3 years, guys, it's still like there's a lot of people who have not been able to trade this market. We have called this market correct all week, and that was something I said earlier. Just because you get it right 1 week, 2 weeks, 6 weeks, 3 months, and then the flip screen and the flip or there's a flip of the script, and or the market flips the script on you and puts you in place. You know, we're always a student of the market, no matter how long you've been doing this, guys. No matter how long you've been doing this. All right. This week we won. What'd we say? We said we're looking for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Those 3 days. We made trades prior. I'm pretty sure Monday or Tuesday. Um, we were right. We were right. I don't I don't put what I think should happen in the market, because that's trying to get the catalyst, the idea, trying to get that right. And not only that, you got to get the timing right. If you're going to put on positions for what you think, you know, so that brings me to my point. Here at Ivy League, we manage risk. That's number one. Number one, we manage risk. Just in case this wasn't recording earlier, I had said this as a guy I looked up to and I learned who I've learned from, and he had always taught me earn the right to take risk, you know? Earn the right to take the risk, okay? Possibly when this is over, it'll record, you'll be able to go through the beginning. So, like I said, I'm just trying to keep it short. There was a lot of good stuff in there. Hopefully it still is there and you can go back and re-go through it. Second, again, I lost my cousin. 24 years old. It's really sad. It's really sad. Um, in a car accident, and it happened like I found out as I was finishing up the stream. So Wednesday, first, just this weekend, spend time with your family. If there is a family member you haven't seen, or if you have an elderly, a grandmother, a grandfather, or whatever, what have you, your mom, your dad, go spend time with him while you have it. Go spend time with him while you have it, because tomorrow is never promised. Tonight's not promised. Tomorrow is not promised. You may go through half the day tomorrow. You may have another 10 years. We don't know. That's all. Please just say, and don't forget it. Try not to forget it. Like, it just stinks that, like, you have to have, like, a situation like that to remind you to, just let it be known all the time, We say we love each other, this and that, to family members. I know everyone else does too, but, it's just because we never know. So that's been happening. I've been doing a lot of work with just so many different things, between the time that it takes to learn it, the time that it takes to do it, So it's been a very tiring week for me, and this week is going to get me so refreshed, but I have more work to do. I already plan on working all week. So, but thank you for joining us. If you're here, type your questions, tickers, whatever you want to know. If there's anything we can try and help you with trading, type it in the chat. I would be glad to help you guys, if I'm able to. Again, I am not a financial advisor. I cannot give you financial advice. If you feel, if it pertains to trading and the charts and, what are my thoughts, I can give you my thoughts. Okay? Please, I would recommend seeing a financial advisor. I'm not a professional money manager. I'm not a financial advisor. And it stinks these days that we have to let that be known. Even just saying, I'm not a financial advisor, and leading on to it, this live stream and what I do here, this is just my thoughts. This is my money that I trade with. This is not a. Oh my gosh! See, it's late. It's been a long week. That's probably the thing, and I've already went through this. I've already went through it earlier. It just stinks that hey, you got to learn. So I'm trying to dial it in and get it right. We don't do scripts here, but I will, like, just to stay on, and that I get things covered that I really want to get covered. And when there's not that many people in chat or so that don't comment and say, hey, what about this? You forgot this. Don't have that yet. So I just want to make sure I get everything out there that you guys can use to benefit yourself. I've been doing this for a long time. I'm this week. I was very good at it, and I'm usually always very good. But I'm going to be wrong. So if you're new, that's what I wanted to say. I so much don't believe in paper trading. Do I believe in it? Like, you should go paper trade, but that's not all of it. The paper trading is not all of it. It will help you if you don't lie to yourself and put in $100 million, $200,000 account, and start trading $10,000, $15,000, boom, 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 and think you're just going to come over here, get real money involved, and then the 80% of trading, the emotional side of it, gets to you, and then you take way too many losses, small, big, whatever, and you die by 1,000 cuts. That's possible. You could also blow yourself up in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades. Don't do it. Learn to trade. Again, type your tickers, type your questions. I'm here to take questions and whatnot. So, all right. Oh, I've gotten all that out. Hopefully I covered everything. Like I said, guys, it's been a really long week. I still have some work I got to do, a lot of work that I got to do over the weekend, but it was a good week. I hope everyone else had a good week. Again, if you didn't, do not get too over hard on yourself. And if it was that type of week, please go talk to somebody if you need to talk to somebody. Take a little break. At least focus on getting your mind well, because if your mind is not well, it's going to lead to, it's just going to be a snowball effect, guys. You know, you got to get your sleep, you got to be healthy. There's a reason why a bell rings, because it's time to fight. There's a brawl. That's why there's a bell. It's game time. And, you got to be ready. When that bell rings, it's game time. You're focused. You're armored up. You got your armor. Managing our risk. We're putting ourselves in the best position possible. We know why we're trading it. We know when we want to get out. We know when we're getting out if we're wrong. We know what we want to look for to tell us that we're on the right side. All that. So that's what I have, guys, man. Hopefully, it's going to be like going back through the whole introduction twice, man. But the first one was really good. Second, guys, Wednesday. All right. AMD. Look what AMD did today. And look at the chart that I did Wednesday night. I think it was around like the 58-minute mark, possibly. You'll have to scroll through it. I'll start trying to get some timestamps in. It's just a lot at once. I'm cramming a lot of things in at one time, as you can see. It's a good thing I tried to log on with my other screen and stuff to see that I was not on. Thank you guys for being here. If you could, we'd greatly appreciate it. I put in a lot of work for this stuff. I want to give you actionable, real information that is not slander, that is not just fear-driven for clicks. Like good, fashionable information that you can use to help make yourself a better trader. Okay? Sentiment is very important. Not telling the market what it needs to do, and you're continuously losing because you're like, man, Feds went from 0 to 5 in a year. Like, nah, market's got to go down. Well, it might not, but you got to get the timing right. That's the thing. So we're going to get into all that stuff, guys. There's a lot of stuff that I'm seeing. I mean, so like Nvidia, man, what a run, man. This thing just not stop. Don't try and get in the way. All right. So, all right. What did we say? Sunday. What did we say? We said Monday, Tuesday. Probably not too much action. It's possible. We don't know. All right. These were just my thoughts. I was really looking for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And we got it. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we got it. We called it. We said the Fed minutes is probably a non-event, and I can't believe how much of a non-event it was. I would at least have thought maybe you had a little volatility. You didn't, and it didn't surprise me because we had Powell, we had Yellen. We've already known, like we've had so many Fed members, like the market and me and everyone that's in the market. Like you've had an opportunity to feel where each individual is out and where the main, where Papa Powell's at. You got to hear from him and Bernanke. Not that Bernanke means anything, but so we were right about that. We were right about the opportunity Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So we go over some trades. Traded AI today. First, if there's anybody that, guys, type in your questions. Type in, if there's something you want to ask me about myself, if you want to know something about a ticker, earnings, data, ask me. I may not have all the answers, If you want to get deep into banking, I'm probably not your guy. I don't know all the roots and the ins and outs like that. I know what I need to know. So, and there's been something that I've been trying to bring up that hopefully, maybe it plays itself out, maybe it doesn't. But we've been saying it, so if it does happen, we can say, that doesn't surprise us. When does it happen? I can't time it. I don't know how long it's going to take for this, for this money and all the things that happen in high interest rates. It's hard to say how long it's going to take with a tight labor market. And honestly, it really depends on the products of the companies and things of that nature, and how much income that they're getting, So, 1 second, guys. What's up, baby? All right. So again, if you could take the time to like and subscribe and stuff, I greatly appreciate it. Um, and again, I apologize because I went through the introduction, and I know I'm repeating myself. I went through the introduction once already, and I look over at my other screen, and it wasn't playing, so it's playing now. Um, so what I want to get into too is like if you did not like today, right? This the pre-market. 1 second. Just want to do something real quick. Sorry guys, I was just texting my mom real quick. Um, so making things easier, like not overcomplicating things, is so important, man. So important. So I was getting into that because I was like, I could have a couple screens. I could have two, three monitors. I had the money. Well, this what I have actually works, and I haven't changed it yet. Maybe in time I will, but I still need to get used to having to be able to let you guys know what I think, what I'm doing, and doing it in the same time and monitoring my positions while trying to possibly take questions and things like that. So it's a learning process. So so you just got to go with the flow. If you're not trying and you're not doing, whether it's a little bit of time, a lot of time, how do you'll never get there if you don't try and do and learn something new. Whatever you're passionate about, go for it. You know, in whatever manner that you can. All right, so overcomplicating things, guys. Today, let's review my trades today. One trade. My one trade was AI. There was a pattern there on AI. I was watching AMD, Nvidia, AI stocks. I was actually also watching like cybersecurity stocks as well because of the Chinese news that came out a couple days ago. Man, Palantir also Palantir has been a trade or like been a company that like the stock price has been so low that I've always looked at that company. I'm like, man, you know what? Like like the owner or the CEO, whatever he is, the guy that owns it, runs it. I know there's something with Peter Thiel there. I don't know if he just like came up with money. I don't know the ins and outs of the connection there. If he was just an investor or what. But I always felt like Palantir. I'm like, why is Palantir so cheap? Like, I feel like this company is like top of the line. Like, they're not giving out. The guy will never give out information like about things in depth ever. And I'm like, he's not doing that for a reason. He's got a good product, and they use them. So you're seeing it. Let's go. I'm gonna go back to the SPY right real quick. PLTR. What a day, man. Dude, this thing's for guys. I mean, there's been so many opportunities. Like so this is again going into the week. We said I was looking for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Doesn't mean it was going to happen. It did. It's good to see that I was right because it tells me that I'm reading the markets right. That because the market is always changing, and I'm observing like what I'm seeing is correct. I do, as of late, I don't have CNBC or anything on. I watch it in the morning on my phone and on here and stuff. But like throughout the day and whatnot, like it's actually kind of helped. Like just reading the charts. I mean, I get the news and stuff. Like I have Squawk Box and everything. Um, so the process that I've been doing like has worked pretty well. Like when this thing was at $7-8, guys, it felt like for a while. Um, yeah, it's been up there, but I'm like, man, this thing got really beat up. This thing got really beat up. Now, and look at the volume. Guys, that's institutional volume. This is where you want to be. Like, this is the type of stuff that puts you on the right side of probability if you don't fight it. If you don't fight the trend. Um, so anyway, this morning, let's get back on track, all right? I brought up Palantir though real quick because I want you guys to go back to Wednesday night. All right, go back to Wednesday night. I think it's around the 50-minute mark, 58-minute mark. Okay, I go over AMD. I go over AMD because the pre-market was a beautiful setup, and like if you see it intraday, you will be able to take what I told you there and put it to use. Okay, it was something that I seen, and if you look at the stock today, it did exactly what I said it was going to do. Now the timing is the thing. It pretty much did exactly what I thought it would do and whatnot. So that was pretty cool. I would suggest it. The Apple one was great, guys. The Apple one was great. That actually was a a way of managing risk, but still being in the position. And kind of like I explain it in the video. You guys should really watch it. I'm telling you. And if you do find that information valuable, you know, it would be an honor if I could get a like and a subscribe for that. I really think you'll like it. I really do. Um, Sorry, my little girl is messing with me. All right, guys. So this morning, all right, I had AI on. What was I looking at? All right. First, I want to know. Like I always want to know what the SPY and the Qs and them are doing. Okay. So nothing has really changed. All right. It's AI stocks. It's cloud computing. Cybersecurity. I'm sorry, cybersecurity because of the China news, the data hack, and AI. Okay, and then the SPY. This morning I went over the SPY. This morning was a really hectic morning. It wasn't like I knew it was like I had things to do in the morning. I was going to get back, and I barely had time to get everything set up on my screen, and I could start to save it, which I may. It's saved on the default, but it like putting things, sizing the candles up, sizing everything up. Like for instance, like the market internals here. Like I'll run a 5 minute up there, and your advanced decline, your VOLT, ADD, tick, and all that good stuff, guys and gals. Um, so it was a really like rush, and I'm also at the same time trying to, give out my opinion about what I think the market's going to do because I need to know, or I need to at least have an idea of what I think the market's going to do because that'll help me dictate what I think the rest of the market will do. Now, the past week it's been the same. It's been some big tech leading stuff like that, and you know what? I think I don't even know. Like this week, I haven't even looked at banks. I don't know if anyone else has. Like, they might be doing so. At least because I haven't watched CNBC, so I haven't been concentrating on banks. But because of Nvidia earnings, like, where else is there to go? Like, do you like, So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about AMD. I was watching AMD today. AMD did exactly what I said it was going to do, or Wednesday night. All right, so look, this morning, what did I say? This morning, guys, I said Fridays, especially with a holiday, they're probably going to be low volume, and I was surprised. But with the data and the debt ceiling, I kind of wasn't surprised. It did surprise me, a little bit, because I didn't know, because we don't know, we can have an idea, we can come up with things and use our tools to come up with reasons why we think what we think. So I said this morning, I said, guys, girls, I think the markets go higher. All right. Why did I think that? Well, look at this. I'm going to show you all something. Okay. So I like to look at the indices. I look at I pull the indices up, right? You got to go to a longer term chart. It's so important. It's so important to go to the longer term charts and then work in weekly, daily, hourly, 15-minute, 30-minute, both if even, 5, 2, 1. Big picture, looking in from the outside in. So I'm going to bring up the cues. All right. This is such a good lesson. This is such a good lesson. You guys can take and use it Monday or Tuesday. So I pull up the weekly. All right. I'm pulling up the weekly. If you guys can see this. Now you may not be able to see, which you can now. You see this 100-day right here? This is the 100-day weekly moving average right now. It's the 100-day, but it's the 100 weekly moving average. All right. So this morning, the Qs had, if you can go back to the open to see what, so it's up 2% plus 8 points. So if you minus this 8 points, what was that? 4, so it was right here. So this is where it was at, okay? You had a little wick, like right here. All right. So pre-market, so because this is a weekly candle, not a daily. All right. Remember that this is a weekly chart, not a daily. So this candle is all week. This is Monday through Friday. So this morning the candle was right here at this white line. It was at 340. We were up. We finished the day 8.6 points, 2.5%. This goes into it. Now, I don't know what the percentages are here. Well, obviously I know what it is to the top, but I don't know from the open. Okay. Well, and then I went to the daily to figure that out. So this is what I seen, guys. I seen this. I simply seen this. I see what we got here. We had resistance. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Sorry. Trust me, I'll get better at this. Look at this. So this is the weekly chart. Support. Boom. Bounce off of it. Reject it. You tested it twice. Look at that tail. Boom. Boom. Rejected it. Nope. We're not okay with going through the 100-day. Things are not good. We got to price in an economic slowdown. We're down at the 50% retracement mark from the COVID low. That's where my Fibonacci, my long-term Fibonacci's from. That's from the COVID low to the COVID high, because obviously the COVID is what we're trying to get out of. We're trying to get back to like 29. We're just trying to get on a path of stability. And there was a lot of craziness stirred up from COVID, and as you can see, it's working. Bounce up to 50, resistance. Also the trade line. You guys can use these on weeklies and dailies and stuff. Sold off. Look at that again, guys. Take note. Again, this is my 9 EMA. All right. I don't need to go through all that. You guys can pull up a chart if you want to. So this morning, guys, I seen support off the trade line. Support. But this is an area. Now, if you go back 1, 2, 3 weeks, your 100-day moving average, it moves slow, but it's not here. None of this is here, okay? So it bounces off, it fills this gap. That gap is filled. That's an inverted hammer, not inverted, but that's a hammer candle. So right here, guys, right there. Let's look at this. This is too big, and I'll bring it back. All right, this candle right here, you see this tail off of it? We hit the 100-day. All right, if you see things like that, even if it's this one and it's just a little off. Now, price action stops and all that are areas. They're not precise. It's not 355.55. Like it's not to the penny. It's not to the cent. It's an area. As you can see here, this is an area of support. It broke below it, got bought up, but it's an area. It's using the 100 weekly to get off. Anyway, guys, resistance, we blasted through it. The volume was so. Doesn't matter though. It's not about what I think. We went through the weekly. So as I see this candle, guys, again, the top right here is down here, okay? I seen this tail off of the weekly candle, guys, on the Qs. Tail off of the weekly 100 day. 100 weekly, whatever you want to call it. It just doesn't sound right saying that. So my thought, not just because of that, there were some other things that helped build. This is how I built my thesis in about 15-20 minutes. I don't think I sat down until like 9. I don't think I started streaming until like 9:05 or so. My thesis this morning, guys, you can go back to the live stream from this morning and look at it. I said, I think my target was 417 on the SPY. All right. Now, because of the Qs are going up. So why do I think the SPY goes up? All right. The SPY has been contending with that 100-day as well. This 100-day has been a brick wall. This 100-day has been a brick wall, guys. And we've been struggling here this week. Look at that tail, because we hit it. We hit it twice. If I go back even on the 15-30 minute, remember this price. It's at 419, 420. Okay, and this, guys, this goes into there's a lot that I use, and I'm going to show you. See this double top? Boom, boom. We try again. Boom, boom, boom. Nothing. Your 100-day is right there on the weekly. Now, if you don't go look at the larger time frames, because institutions use larger time frames because they're putting money to work long term. So they use longer term moving averages, charts as a way to enter and exit. All right, so we rejected and we had it. We couldn't break above it. Market kind of gave up. What did I say up here? If anybody was watching me throughout the week, what did I say up here? I said, guys, take notice. I was saying it here. I'm pretty sure I say Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. Yeah, so we were up here, and I'm like, guys, everybody is talking about 430. We're at 419, 418. I was saying it here. We broke out of the pennant. I missed that. It was so quick. I've covered all that. So, okay, so taking notice of what I said, and of me taking notice of what everyone else is talking about. They're not talking about trying to get through the 100-day that we have or just can't get through. They're talking about 430. They're talking about 430. And yes, I said the longer it takes for them to get this debt ceiling crisis under control, the market will start to price it in. All right. Technically, remember what I said, it's an area. We're up here at 401. Look at that pre-market tail. Anyway, doesn't mean the market's going to go down either. It could. Doesn't mean I think it's going to go up. Don't mean I think it's going to go down. I will tell you what I think Monday night. I'll tell you what I think Monday night. So, I take in the Qs. I take in the other things that I use. All right, the Qs are QQQ. That is the NASDAQ. It's a tech weighted indice. Okay, well, the SPY is made up of pretty much tech also. So what the Qs do, the SPYs do, just not to the degree. And I said this morning, guys, I called it. You have to be able to, and this takes time. You guys aren't going to be able to do this. You may start to implement it now because I'm telling you. But when I was at the weekly, okay, chart of the Qs, I said on an upside day, right, on a good day, like on a mild day, and then a like relatively strong day, the percentage that from open to close, or from close to close, because that's what it's from It's from open to, I don't know, it's late. We got, yes, it's from close to close. So, sorry, it's been a week, guys. You guys know that, I've told you why. So, I used the percentages that were not there yet, okay? I started implementing them. Now don't take me word for word, but I said, on a normal day, upside or downside, you're going to get about 1.5%, like 1.8. You'll get 1.5% out of the Qs, 1.5%. On a good day, you'll get like 1.8 to 2.5. On a really good day, you might see 3%. They're rare, but they do happen. They do happen. They do happen 15, 20 times maybe through the year. So they do happen pretty frequently. That's it's a few times a month. But like I said, I wouldn't count like, don't take my word for it that happens all the time, that it has to move 3%, within a time or two in a month. So it might be once a month you get a move like that. You may not get it for a while because we might be starting to get back to a normal market. We might be. I don't know. Volatility's been getting killed again. I'm going to get into that Monday night. So I mentioned here, guys, I said, so if we know, this isn't the Qs, but I'm not going to go to it. I can. If we know where we're at, okay, and we know if we get a regular day, even for the SPY or the Qs, whatever, like the SPY, a regular day, what? 5 is kind of 5% in this type of market, okay? In this type of market, that's the thing. We're going to get about at least 0.5% to 1.25%. We'll say we'll say 0.8%. We'll say 8 basis points to, like 1%. We'll do that. We'll say, we're going to say 0.7% to 1%. On a good day, a nice, good, strong day, you'll see 1.5%. 1% to 1.5% in either direction. Okay, you got to come up with other reasons why you think that direction's there. So if we know roughly the percentage on which type of volatility type of day it's going to be, we can gauge, and we can use that to our benefit. We can have a game plan north, and we can have a game plan south. Sideways is also another option. So I used that in, and guys, so let me get to the point. You know what? I used all that. I mentioned the percentages in depth and what we got. So what happened? What happened today? What did the SPY do? All right. We said I was shooting for 417 at least. I was shooting for 417. All right. And I went through the chart. I showed you guys why. Didn't mean the market had to. Market didn't have to do that. But I'm getting back to my point that I haven't gotten to. I brought it up, but I haven't told you exactly my point. Remember when I told you that back here we're talking 430, 436, we're going to fill the gap. Wait, did we miss the bottom? We're talking about that here. Here, guys, at the top. Because nobody knows, because people don't put in the work because they don't know. It's not that they don't put in the work. They just don't know. They don't know how. They haven't been taught. They don't know there's 100 days sitting there on the weekly, on a longer term basis. The big boys use the longer terms. So, or they use everything. That's what they do. They look at the picture, the big picture, and then work in, not from in out, out in. That's how you do it. So we knew that. So we said 417, guys. Where's 417 put us? Right here. It's 416.97. All right. What happened at 416.97? And I'm sorry this chart's crowded, but look at this, guys. Look at that. Look at the support and resistance. Look at the resistance there at 417.24. But there was support there. You see see this? Look, candle closed, candle close, candle close, candle close, candle close. So right here is your lowest, or that's the open, but it was 416.93. It took 417 as support. Again, it's an area that's That's 7 cents, 8 cents, whatever. Okay? So that was the target. It did it in 15 minutes, guys. Again, I had a doctor's appointment. I'm trying to get everything ready. I'm trying to give my thoughts. Doing all this, doing that, while still trying to make trades, trying to come up with game plans, come up with my entry, my exit, my Ys, dot my T's and cross my I's. So we said we said we would look for the SPY to go long. Go long. You want to go long to see 417, which would bring you to the gap fill. Okay. We got there, and then from there you got to figure, okay, what percentage were you at there? So from there you can take it and say, if you're up a 0.5% in 15 minutes, if this doesn't become support or we break through it to go higher, like if we finish if we close a 0.5% lower than here and we're up a 0.5%, that's a full percent down. So take a full percent down, and you're like, okay, well, that's my target for at least a 0.5% close. And that's on a light day, remember? That's like a lighter type normal day, 50, 0.5% to the upside. If we're up 5%, not 5%, 50%, 0.5% if we're up. And in order for us to get another percent, 1.5%, if we're expecting about 2 out of the Qs, we'll get like 1.75. So where is that 1.75? You got half here. You got another 75 basis points to go. You got another 0.75% to go. Where does that take you, upside and downside? So you can use that, guys. Another thing I said, I just give out all this information in one freaking stream, and it's okay, because if it benefits you, maybe you'll subscribe. So with that, okay, with knowing where we are, we said 417. All right, we know our percentages. All right, so we should close, on at the least a 0.5% lower, or 0.5% higher. Okay, we're at the 0.5% higher part, so chances are we're probably going to finish a percent and a half. We have headline risk, we have news, we know our levels. Where does that put us? Okay, this is how you trade. This is how you not just predict the price movement, but this is how you come up with the reasons why it should be where it is. Okay, you don't know, anything can happen. Okay, the beautiful thing about this is you can manage your risk so well that it's not hard, but you're able to manage your risk so well. You're able to lose so little, and if you get good at losing, the winning, you're going to be in a position of just like, you're going to be relaxed, and I hope people can find that. This whole week I've been relaxed. I've had 2 green trades that were like just a few dollars. If like my losing trade were green, for Christ's sake, it was just, I was green with just a little bit, and commissions is what it was. So again, and all that shit comes with time, to be able to read the markets, the ticks, and just being able to follow the market, just being able to know what to do, and acting when to do it. And I can I can help kind of get you there, but you also need time. So again, I'm putting that stuff together, guys, and I think you're gonna love it. I mean, I go back and I go over stuff because markets change, and you got to go back over stuff. It just helps. You refresh your mind, So guys, we set upside 417 at least. That was the target, and I brought up the reasons why. So that happened today. The SPY went up. Did I get in? I didn't. I did not get my long SPY because I was not, I was being patient, but I was also, again, like I said, I was watching a couple other things and trying to do all this stuff, which brings me back to my original point about, making things simple and easy, and not over complicating things. Things weren't complicated this morning, but they were complicated in a manner that I was trying to do too much too quick. I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that, I'm trying to do the stream, blah, blah. I already went over that. You guys know what I mean. So, and I'm sorry if I repeat myself. So, we caught the AI trade. We didn't get this move. We could have, you know, I could have went and did this, but at this point, you know, I'm taking a trade on AI, and that's a really good setup. That's a really good setup too, guys. So I'm just really thankful that we said on our thoughts that the market was going to go up, and it went up in a good way. Look at that. And what did we say? Look, if we finished up 5.37 points, 1.3%. That's what we said. On good days, you're going to get about a little over 1% to 1.5%. On a good day, on a follow through day, you'll see 2.25. I think I may have seen. I'm sure I've seen 3 on the SPY. It's just been so long. And then the Qs are different, you know. All right, so with me saying the Qs, why did I think the SPY was going to go up? Because the SPY is weighted more in tech. The Qs are tech. The SPY is weighted more in tech. So if the SPY is weighted more in tech, I'm pretty sure I can rely on the Qs to dictate what the SPY is going to do, right? So if we know the SPY is weighted in tech and the tech sector is going up, right? What do? And this is, I had them up, you know, I had them up. Now I usually have them up, like look at that. So when the Qs, and I thought about taking a position here. See this is like that. See the dip? It went up a whole lot further because again the percentages are different on the Qs. You know, they're wider ranges because they're more volatile. But you can see, you find your support, rally, boom boom boom. Rally, find your support, rally, boom boom boom. Listen, again guys, what did I do here? You know what's even better? What did we do today on the stream? We measured this move out. We told you the move. We told you the move, guys. We said if it's going to go up, this is the amount we think it's going to go up, and it did it to a T. To a damn near T. You guys should go back and watch the live. I don't know. I mean, you're going to have to scroll to like 10 o'clock, 10:30, 10:15, whenever this was. Right off of that trade line. You know, right off of the trade line, guys. It was good. It was like picture perfect. I'm just happy it worked out. I just wish there was people there to benefit from it. And I hope somebody gets this. You know, so if you like, you share, you comment, you view it, you know, you're potentially helping not just yourself, but someone else. The bigger picture, guys. We're all here, like we're in this together. It's retail. You know, we're here to help each other. At least that's what my hopes are. Because if I can have somebody come to me and say thank you, like that's, you know what I mean? That's what life is about, you know, to me, like things of that nature. So it would be a really good feeling to help somebody learn, possibly change their life. You never know with somebody that, you know, doesn't know about this stuff and they go around and they change their life. Hi, Turkey. So the little girl came in again. We went over the Qs and why we thought the things were going to go up. It happened as planned, just like the week did. Yeah, we measured this move out, guys. And we measured this move out and stuff. And we said this was our target. And it went there. Come here. So, all right, let's go into the AI trade real quick, guys. We'll go into the AI trade real quick. I looked at NVIDIA, guys, too. And at the time, you know, I don't even know what NVIDIA did today because I was so exhausted from, you know, the things that are going on and whatnot. I'm not even sure where it traded up at. This looks a little like Meta, guys. Remember that? How Meta just stayed and it had boom, boom. Like, had like, kind of, the shorts were like probably trying to take. I would never, do not get in the middle of this. If you're going to play NVIDIA, just take it to the upside, and if you're going to do options, don't just do weeklies. You know, give yourself some time. You know, unless you know what you're doing, I would only unless you're an advanced trader and you know what you're doing, do not fight the trend, okay? Because you know how those fishes that swim upstream and jump, what happens? The bears eat them. You get ate up, you know. So don't get ate up, you know. The sad thing about the market, it's kind of like life. It's kind of like wildlife, with the fish going upstream and the bears eating them. For every winning trade, there's somebody on the opposite side of that trade losing. Somebody's got to pay you, or you got to pay someone else. So if you lose, you're paying someone else. If I win, that means I'm on the other side of a trade that somebody else is paying me. So again, this is a profession, guys. If you don't think you're good enough to step in the ring with the UFC fighter or step on the pro football field, baseball field, whatever, you might make yourself look like a fool. So remember, there are professionals behind this. We all see the same charts. Why is it some people lose money? Why are there winners and losers when we all see the same thing? It's just, you know, it's just who put in the other work and who hasn't. Who is mentally fit for this? Who got sleep that night? You know, who got exercise? Who ate well and just put themselves in a good state of mind and was able to put in the work and come up with a thesis and, you know, man, what a week, guys. We had a great week, and I don't want to say it because they're for me to have a good week, there was somebody who had a bad week, or at least, you know, it's not like it was the same person through all the trades, but you know, that means there was a loser on the other side of that trade. And that's how you guys need to look at it, guys. Remember that for every winner you have, for any short squeeze, small cap, there's shorts on the other side of that, and they're getting liquidated. They're getting margin called. You know, they're getting torn to pieces. You know, it's serious stuff. You know, just, you know, that's why there's a bell. That's why there's a bell. It's go time. You know, it's go time. So let's go over AI. What did I write down here? So guys, yeah, I did look at Nvidia today. I did look at Nvidia. I didn't play it because, like, you know, it was kind of moving slow, I thought, to an extent. It looks like it's slow, but these percentages are pretty big, you know. This is a low of, well, I'm just going to go up here and say the low because that's just a tick. It is 376.98, 377 low to a high of 391. That's, you know, that's a chunk of meat there, guys. That's a chunk of meat. Guys, again, if anyone's on here, please, you know, if you have any questions about me, questions about anything market related, anything you want to know, type it in chat. I'll do the best I can to answer it. Like I said earlier, I'm not a banker. You want to get into banking stuff like that, the roots, I'm probably not the person for it. So if I don't know the answer, I'll tell you with like common sense what I think, you know, and why I would think that way. But if I don't have the answer, I will tell you straight up, I don't have the answer. But if I do feel like I could give you some value and that I could help, I will. All right, so we went AI. Let's go into that trade, guys. Now, sometimes I trade with pre-market on, sometimes I trade with it off. All right, so here's AI. All right, yesterday AI held up. All right, so we go to the weekly chart first. Where's AI at? Man, that 100-day coming into play, isn't it? Resistance, double top resistance there, but it didn't break down. Almost broke the trade line. It went for another shot, and then they stepped in. Look at that volume. What happened? 50-day weekly, you know, the 50 weekly moving average support. That's a double bottom. We went. Did you see this tail off of the 100-day, and then to close right up or open right below it, just to shoot through it, guys? I still am looking for this trade, guys. I am. I'm still looking for this trade. I'm going to do some more work this weekend, but I don't think shorts have been squeezed yet. I don't think they've been squeezed on AI. You know, don't know if they get squeezed, but I think if you find this thing here, you find this thing at like 36.40, 36.50, you could start thinking about 40, 45, 50. You know what I mean? I think you break this, it might be on, guys. You got to break this level though. This is a major level. This 3450. 3450 is going to be a major level. It was resistance today. So that tells you all you need to know. Now you need to see if this pullback holds. Quite even possibly maybe give it a day or two and it hold the 100-day. 50 days curling up, 100-day is still slanted but trying to straighten out a little bit. You've got volume there. This is a weekly chart, by the way, so don't read too much into it. This was a lower volume week with what it felt like was a crazy AI week. So I feel like it should have had more. I don't know. So like I say, I will come up with what I think next week on Monday night. Again, guys, look at the tail. See that is such an area of support, of resistance, guys. It filled the gap. This thing has some work to do if it's going to continue. I took mine off, you know, like I was hoping, because you have so many stocks with like AMD, you could probably play Microsoft, Tesla, and look, hey, Tesla and Ford had news. I even looked at Ford this morning. I was going to play Ford. Guys, 15-20 minutes I turned back and Ford's just parabolic. I'm like, oh, you. When I clicked on it, I was using the 1 minute and it looked like it was barcoding. And what barcoding is, it's like it looks like there's just no trades through a period of time. So there's like no liquidity is what that's telling you. There's liquidity, it's Ford, but it just looked like it was bear coding. And I want liquidity, because liquidity, I want momentum. You know, that's where I want to be. I want to be in the trade and that stock is moving. You know, I don't want it just up, little down, up. That's a swing trade. I need that's for a swing trade. That's giving the stock room to let it do what it needs to do to get to where I think it's going to go. You know, that's just healthy pullbacks, healthy momentum building for upside or downside, whatever way I choose. So, guys, this chart. Let's go over the pattern. What did I see? What did I see in AI? So I went to the weekly, I went to the daily, so I know. And see this? This level's already here, guys. Look at this. Let me turn this off first. Let me turn the sorry if I should make these videos shorter. Could you guys comment? Let me know if you want it shorter or not. It's just a lot to get through. I just try and give you as much information as I can. So let me turn off the extended hours. All right. What does AI have here, guys? This is beautiful. This is a beautiful chart, guys. See this resistance area here? And we never got to it. Probably pre-market. I have to look at pre-market. So this is what we call a double bottom gap up. You know, these are even if it, see, I don't want to say if it gapped down, but even if it gaps down and double bottoms and rejects off that level, you know, it's important to see what a stock does off of a level and how it reacts and the continuation. You know, there's a lot of little keys you can tell off of price action. So we come up off the open. This is a 5-minute chart. We bounce back. We make VWAP and this level. So at first, you know, you got this level here. That level lines right up with VWAP, 9 EMA. Bounce off of it. This candle looks somewhat of an inverted hammer candle. People are thinking short. I'm like I have no, you know, I'm flipping through, like I'm not flipping through, but I know SPY. I have Ford, Tesla, AI stocks, which would be AMD, AI. I briefly looked at Nvidia. So the 9 EMA is holding. Okay, I use a couple there. I use 1 minute, I use 2 minute, I use 3 minute, I use 5 minute, 15 minute. I use them all, guys, as I go for different reasons, just to see the picture. Guys, we broke it. This is a double bottom gap up, double bottom gap up, double bottom, whichever way you want to say it. Trade line holds. You broke VWAP. Come back down to test it somewhat. Like I said, price is an area, not, you know, it's a zone, not like one specific price. And you had VWAP, and guys, it was just on. Look at that stock, guys. That's what we traded today, guys. You know, I called it out in chat. I was pretty quick with it because I was, you know, again, moving out. But what do we have here also? Look at, this is important. Okay, this is very important. I'm going to draw a line here. I'm going to draw a line here. Okay, hold on, Turkey, please. Okay, you see that? There's a little space in between there. Hi, baby. Just give me 1 minute. Come here. Sorry, let me just get her up real quick. Hers can say hi. Hers can say hello. Alright, so guys, hold on, baby. So, there you go. Yeah, there you go. There you go. So, you're okay, baby. No, don't lean on the screen. You're okay, baby. Alright, so we have a double bottom, guys. We had a double bottom. Alright, what do we have here? This is an increase in volume through... where are we at? Boom, boom. I just wanted to make sure, because I was on different time frames, too. What do we have here? I'm going to draw a box. I'm going to try and make it clear for you. I'm going to make this quick, because I don't... people may have things to do, and they're getting tired, and I apologize. Right there, okay? Right there. So we have an increase in volume through the high of day, guys. So this increase in volume, now already off this double bottom, holding the trade line, we turn VWAP into support. Are you okay? We turn VWAP into support, and then we had another increase in volume off the support. You know, there's reasons, guys, to... This is why you do what you do. You had a runner right there. You just had a minor pullback. I could pull up the fibs, but I've already probably gone on too long. And then look at this. Resistance. That is a break. That is a retest at this level. But what else do we have at the level? We have the 9 EMA, guys. So my point is there's a lot of things you want to look for, guys. And this is what professional trading is all about. Okay? It's knowing how to look at the chart and read it in real time, okay? Not think twice. You put your position on, you got your stop, you know why you're in, you know your targets, you know. You got to trust your levels. You trust your levels, turkey? Trust your levels, guys. Again, resistance breaks, turns resistance into support. If support breaks, usually support will then become resistance. And that thing just went up all day. Now, do we get the squeeze next week? That's the question. So that was the trade today, guys. That was the trade. I think I've blabbered enough, you know. So, again, man, it was a really good trade. I hope you guys are able to join us, man. It was a good week. It was a good day. And if everybody's got that, if there's any questions about the trade, anything, you know, like I said, I was looking at Nvidia also. I was looking at Nvidia for the long, knowing already that it hasn't really been, you know, it doesn't look like it's been moving, but there's still $10-15 there. So when I looked at Nvidia, the spreads were like $10-15 wide at times, and I was just like, I don't want to try and like limit order in and then like, or just market order in and get a bad fill and then sit and wait and then burn a premium, because I don't know what, it's not that I don't know what it's going to do. It's just the timing. Timing is important if you're trading options, especially Friday dated, Friday dated options. You know, if you buy out of the money, $1 or $2 out of the money in the morning, and it ain't there by like even 3-4 hours, depending on the movement and the direction it's headed, you know, it could be tough, guys, and you guys could be making trading harder on yourself than it has to be, and that's when it gets stressful. That's when, you know, the emotions start coming out. That's when you get, you know, just get hurt, man. You know, you get hurt. It doesn't have to be hard. Trading does not have to be hard. It is hard. You just got to make it not hard, guys. You know, don't try for this instant gratification. Work your way up. Take your time. Buy one contract. Just to spend a day, guys. You know what I've done between work, when I was at work, home, this, that. Spend the day working just on entries. Don't even worry about making money. Don't even try to make money. Say, you know what, today or this week, to say all week, I'm gonna look for I'm gonna practice getting in stocks that I think I should be in, and then I'm gonna practice getting my entries. Okay, spend a day getting entries, getting in, finding, learn how to find the stocks. You know, there's many ways. You don't have to spend a bunch of money to get like squawk boxes and all that. You don't need it. It's nice to have, but if you're not making money and being profitable, you know, and having to worry about, you know, how much taxes you're going to pay at the end of the year, use when you're profitable and want to cut down the taxes, and you can use your taxes for, you know, things like squawk boxes, then fine. You know, it's really good to have because there's a lot of other miscellaneous things in there. It's not, you don't need it, because if there's a move that's going to be big, you don't need to be the first to the party. You really don't, if it's going to be that big. And you'll find out about it some way or another, whether it's CNBC, online, Twitter, Reddit, whatever you do. You know, there's just places to go to. So you got that, guys, girls, also, ladies and gents. So AI was the trade today. I looked at Nvidia. Let's look at Ford. I was actually on the 1 minute. You know, I usually trade intraday 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute. Like yesterday or Wednesday it was. I took my SPY long that didn't work out, which was still like a green trade, but I took it off because I knew it wasn't working. But I was still green. Like, I was still able to be a winner in that trade. Not that it was much. You know, so using different time frames is important. So this was this morning. All right, I did have pre-market up. So I had pre-market up on AI also, but I knew the double bottom was there because of the close prior, you know. So first I see this. This is barcoding. If anyone is on here that doesn't know, this is barcoding. You see how the price is like, see how it's white and even, like it just close, like it's flat. That's barcoding. That's just like that's lack of liquidity there. That's what that's telling you. So look at this run, guys. I could have had it. You know, I don't know why I did. See, looking at it now, I don't know if there's a way I could like put it into. Does it look any different? Like, it just, for some reason, it looks different now that I'm looking at it than it did when I had it up on my screen. So, which is a shame, because I was literally like right in here. I was in the morning looking at it to go long. You know, I was thinking about going long it, but it didn't happen. Man, that's crazy. Look at that volume too, man. Unbelievable. So that was the day. The week was good. Again, guys, we said Sunday. We said what we thought Sunday. We said it Monday. We said it Tuesday. We said Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We thought that, you know, was going to be the best time. That was the time that was going to bring us the best chances of volatility. You know, we had data. What does this say, baby? Let me see what I said. Point out the. Oh, okay. Listen, guys, I'll go into that Sunday night. You know, we'll go into. Oh, like yelling. We're gonna save that for Monday night, or maybe we'll have a live Saturday or Sunday or something. I can get into it. You know, I hope you found this stream helpful, guys. You know, like, I wanted to get into just a couple charts, why I did it and everything. It's getting kind of late, so yeah, it's 11 o'clock. You know, maybe I'll go into my entries and my exits and stuff like that, but if you've seen any of my videos, you already know. I sell into strength, I buy into weakness. So as it's getting ripped up, boom, I'm throwing orders out there. So again, I just want to stress that have a good weekend, guys. And if you guys didn't have a good week, or if you had a bad week, or if you just didn't reach the expectations that you would have hoped so, go back and see why. Just go back and see why. You know, what was it that made you maybe take trades you didn't? What made you size up bigger than you should have been? Okay? Are you paying attention at are you really reading into the markets, you know? Are you putting thoughts out there, like what you think? Like, you putting predictions out there, like in the mornings or whatever? and is the market doing something completely different? Is it your entries? Could you see where you were at entering and why you were there, and then go back, look at levels, all that stuff, guys. So, and if it's that bad, please talk to somebody, because I know trading is hard, especially if you get blown up, or like, you have a 10, 15, $20,000 loss day that you can't handle. It happens every day. It happens every day, guys. And if it's that bad and whatnot, you got to talk to somebody, because you're going to lose sleep over it. You're not going to eat. You're going to get depressed. Like, it's just, and soak that up. Soak that feeling up to not do it again. It doesn't have to be that way, guys. You can make things so easy on yourself that if you just don't have this mindset of instant gratification, you can let your winners ride. Let them ride. You're piecing some off. You've taken your profit. The position has paid for itself. Set a trailed stop. Just as it's going up, boom, raise the trailed stop. It goes up again. Okay, we're just gonna raise the trailed stop. It's Friday and it's getting close to the close. Close it out. Just take it. If you're just wanting to play the option and you don't have the liquidity to, buy the shares, or that's another thing you gotta watch, because you get close to this bell. The broker might go ahead and not ask you or send you a message and just, well, you own 600 shares of SPY or 100 shares of SPY or whatever the stock is. So, this is what I wanted to cover, the weekend review. Weekend review was Janet Yellen said June 1st. All right. Now she's saying June 6th. All right. Well, is it going to be June 10th? June 15th? June 20th? August? So, but she's right. They need to just come to a deal soon, before it gets worse. I'm gonna get some things together over the weekend. I got some work to do for the stream, coming up with a game plan, family stuff. And Monday we're gonna have a good stream, and we're gonna try and repeat this week. I want to repeat this week. This was a good week. It was a really valuable learning experience, not just for me, but hopefully for our people in here. So guys, if the stream's too long, or if there's something you think I could do, if you wouldn't mind, leave a comment. Let me know what you think I could do differently. What do you enjoy? What do you not enjoy? Do you hate my guts? Anything, that'd be sweet. Let me know. No, this way, baby. Come here. This is Abby, by the way. This is my little girl. You're such a sweetheart. She's ready for bed. I'm coming. Alright, so that was a weekend review, guys. AI stocks. AI is just on a tear. And we thought it was over. Not over, but, we thought that first run it had was it. And little did we know, So take that lesson and remember, man, when there's a sentiment of that scale, this is the new frontier, man. It's big. It's about as big, or if not bigger, than the iPhone and Facebook. It's huge. So no doubt Nvidia is going to run. No doubt Nvidia is going to run, and it may keep running, guys. This thing might not stop till it gets to $600-$700. Honestly, guys, this thing's $400 now. Such a shame, man. And if you're new to trading, guys, please take your time. Don't be in a rush. And make sure you're just putting in the work. Just make sure you're putting in the work. Look at this RSI, guys. That's insane. That's so crazy. It's at a 90. The RSI's at a 90. That's crazy. Man, look at this, guys. You could have owned this thing at $40. You could have owned it at $100, at $80. I remember when it was at $75-$80. I should have picked some up. I didn't really know. I mean, I did. I don't know why I didn't. I don't know why I didn't buy any Nvidia in here. you know. So, but anyway, man, look at that. Look at that. Phew. Look at that gap up. Gapped up to all-time highs. And from what I heard, like I say, I've been really busy, especially Wednesday and Thursday and stuff. Like, I haven't really went over the actual earnings. I listened to the earnings call for a little bit. But from what I heard, it's supposed to be it's gapping up on what they said was, I don't know if they lowered guidance. They definitely didn't lower guidance, but on lower earnings. I guess I don't know. I have no idea. But professional money managers and institutions want to own this thing. This is what we call an institutional run, man. There's a forefront here. This is the beginning of this is the beginning of a new cycle, you know. What's to come out of this, guys? I have a video I'm going to make about that too, about AI and everything. It's actually really really crazy that literally just about every sector, like no matter what type of job, like from healthcare to real estate to creating things, like it covers it all. Law, like there's not one type of industry that's like, I don't know if AI will work for this. I mean, if you guys know of one that where AI is just completely useless in, please comment it down below. And one more, I'm gonna go, guys. If you could do me a favor, like, share, and comment, subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated. I would appreciate that. That would tell me that I'm doing a good job, that I'm giving you guys real information that you could use and that you appreciate, not just the fear mongering clickbait that's out there. Because there's a lot, man. They get 20 some thousand views, 30, 40, 50,000 views. So one more thing, if you could comment if there's anything I can change, maybe not making these streams so long and stuff like that. Again, I had a lot going on, so I didn't really have a script, so there, I kind of knew what I wanted to touch on, but wasn't able to like fine tune it so it wasn't so long. But that's it. Me personally, I if there's something I want to learn about or do, I don't give a shit about the time, because if that person covers it, I'm the type of person that like understands that like you can't just do things in 10 minutes. There's like, you want to put out a video that is fully detailed, information, education, and whatever, that it might take a half hour, 45 minutes, 50 minutes, an hour and a half. So be it. As long as you get the education and use out of it, something you can use. And I think we went over some things that you could use starting Tuesday, and I hope I was able to help with that. So I appreciate you guys being here. I hope you guys have a great holiday weekend. Spend time with your family. If there's family members that you haven't seen, just reach out to them, because you never know what's going to happen. It's a real shame what me and my family have to go through this week, but I pray for my cousin. It's just sad, some of the stuff that happens to people especially that don't deserve it. So with that said, you guys have a great weekend. Thank you for tuning in, and I will post up a short or something. I'll let you know when I'll be live again. Definitely Monday night. We'll be live Monday night. Like I said, maybe Saturday, maybe Sunday. I just got to see what's going on, and we'll